Hello, and thank you for watching this video. In this video we'll be talking about synthetic division. Synthetic division. It's basically a shortened version of the same process that is used to do long division. And the advantages is that you leave out the repetitive portions of long division, which is always like the dropping off and dropping down the numbers. And you do not get rid, or you do not delete, the important information. So I will give you an example of using synthetic division to factor out a polynomial. So basically the only major rule is that the divisor has to be in the form of x minus a, and if not, it doesn't work. So you have to find if the divisor is in this form, then you can factor it. Okay, so we have a problem here. It says 6x to the 5th plus 9x to the 2nd minus x plus 12 divided by x minus 1. So first thing we do is we looked at this divisor right here, and we see if it's in the form of x minus a, which it is, and a is equal to -1. So then with this information, you take the 1, you take that number 1, and you put it here with a little box-like structure there, and then see these coefficients, we're going to take them and we're going to use them in the synthetic division. So if you also may have noticed that this is 5 to the 5th power. So it's to the degree of 5, the degree of 5, and then jumps to the degree of to power 2. Sorry, this is the degree of 5 and jumps to power 2. So there's obviously 2 powers missing here. We're missing power 4 and power 3. So how do we represent that? Well, we represent it with zeros. So 0 x to the 4th and 0 x to the 3rd, right? Okay, and their coefficients are 0, 0, and then again this x alone is coefficient 1. Okay, so now we're going to start to move these coefficients around. So you're going to take the first coefficient here, this is 6, and then the next one is going to be 0, and then the next one is going to be 0, the next one's going to be 9, the next one's going to be -1 right here, and then finally 12. Okay, now I like to draw a line here because we're going to be using it, and then I'm going to draw a little plus sign here. Next, I'm going to drop this 6. Drop the 6, you have 6, and this is the important part right here. So 6, you multiply by -1, and this square equals -6. Okay? Now, see this line right here? So we're going to multiply. We're going to add, 0 plus -6 is -6. Okay, now -6, what do you do with that? You do the same thing you did with this 6, with this -1. So you're going to go -6 times -1 equals 6, and 0 plus 6 is 6, and then you're going to do the same process. So 6 times -1, this 6 times -1 is -6, 9 plus -6 is 3, 3 times -1 is -3, -1 and -3 are -4, -4 times -1 equals +4, and 12 and 4 are 16. Now here's the catch. This polynomial right here is going to be 1 degree less than the original. So the original was to the 5th degree, so this is going to be to the 4th degree. So we're going to have 6x to the 4th minus 6x to the 3rd plus 6x to the 2nd plus 3x minus 4. And finally, this 16 all alone right here is our remainder. Our remainder is 16. And that's how you factor a polynomial using synthetic division. Thank you for watching.